Hey guys, today we're gonna go over some September beauty favorites. We're gonna jump right in because I am going to run out of sunlight very soon. Also, I'm hungry. Literally, the weather where I live went from 30 degrees Celsius. I live in Canada. One day, and then the next day it was 12. It's fall now. But lucky for me, that means turtleneck season is among us. Turtlenecks are like my favorite kind of clothing because I can hide my bad hair day in the neck, pull out a couple pieces. This is literally my winter hairstyle. So now that the weather is a bit cooler, I feel like I can kind of get away with a bit of heavier makeup. During the spring and summer, I tend not to really wear very much because I have oily skin. It just melts off anyway. And I've really kind of gotten back together with my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I have the shade 1N1. 1W1 also works for me. It's just such a great foundation. It lasts all day. It controls oil like no other. And even though it doesn't look like the most natural, it still looks pretty dang good. And I find this is such a good one to mix in with other products too. So the combo that I've been wearing lately is my Double Wear mixed with my NARS Sheer Glow in Siberia. This kind of lightens the shade up a little bit and makes it a little bit more natural and easier to blend. So that's what I have on my face right now, and I've been wearing this entire makeup look for over 6 hours. And that kind of takes me into my second favorite product, which is this Fenty Beauty Invisimatte Blotting Powder. And it's just a white kind of translucent powder that is excellent at blurring, smoothing, and mattifying. So fine and thin of a powder that it doesn't actually look like powder at all when you put it on your skin. Seriously guys, if you are the kind of person like me who doesn't really wear powders all that much because I just don't love the look of powders. Every time I put a powder on my face, it just looks like it's sitting on top. I've never in my life found a powder that I love except for this one, really invisible. This next product, I don't really know if it's a favorite or not, but I wanted to kind of mention it while we were on the topic of Fenty Beauty. This is the Pro Filter Matte Foundation, and I have the shade 130 right now, but I did try 140, a little bit too dark, and 120 was like a little bit too peachy for me. I really love the way this foundation looks. I love the way this foundation wears throughout the day. It kept me like almost perfectly matte, and it's super like transfer proof and very, very long lasting. This kind of reminds me of the Estee Lauder Double Wear in a sense, except for this is more lightweight. I love the way it looked. Unfortunately, it breaks me out, or I think it does. It has talc in it, which a lot of people are kind of sensitive to. Talc is the same ingredient that is in the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and I think it's in the Pro Longwear formula as well, and it's excellent at controlling oils, but talc is kind of a problematic thing when it comes to people with sensitive skin. I broke out really bad after wearing this for a week, so once I stopped, I didn't get any new breakouts. So that really sucks. It's kind of like a love and a hate. This is a new product, I believe. It's the Custom Color Drops from H&M. Yes, H&M. So these are white kind of foundation drops that you can use to lighten up your foundation. I'm in love with any lighting product because most of the foundations that I purchase, they are, even if they are the lightest shade on the spectrum, they are still usually a little bit too dark for me. Just to give you an idea of what it does, I'll put some foundation on the back of my hand. And now let's lighten it up. And all of a sudden, the foundation is at least a shade lighter. I love that it's like liquidy because it mixes with the foundations better than I find some of the thicker, creamier color enhancing drops. Like for example, the NYX whitener, I just find it too creamy, like it's almost like too thick or something to mix with some of my thinner foundations. But this one is perfect. If there is a negative, I think it's that these can tend to be pretty dry. Like I find that these are pretty matte, so they could make your foundation look a little bit drier, but overall, awesome product, would totally recommend. It was pretty cheap. And totally switching gears, my next favorite are my new watches. These were sent to me by the brand MVMT, which I think is kind of an acronym for movement. I'm not receiving any money to talk about these, but I did get them sent to me for free. But yeah, these did show up in my PO box, and honestly, I'm so thankful. I'm not a huge YouTuber who gets like tons and tons of free stuff. I've been wearing this one every single day. This one is in the style Hollywood, I believe. And I'm just in love with this brown one. This is like super, super classic kind of watch. Anyway, when I opened these up, there was a little note to include a discount code for you guys. If you are in the market for a new watch, you can use somegirljess15 for $15 off your order. All right, this is the Strobe of Genius Illuminating Palette. This is from NYX. It is amazing. Here in Canada, this is actually pretty expensive. I think it's like $30. In the States, I know it is a bit cheaper, but you get so many different shades. So there are a couple swatches there. Just honestly, they're just so like natural. They're not sparkly and over the top. That one's the light purple one, by the way. I don't really have any highlight on today, so let's put some on. Another NYX product is what I'm wearing on my lips right now. This is the NYX Lip Lingerie in the shade Push Up. It's just the perfect nude. Like, it really is like the same color as the inside of my lips. I really like this formula in particular because it is hydrating. It's not super drying. Like, even my lips stick together a bit, but they're super long lasting and totally transfer proof. So my next favorite is, like, I'm so late to the game, you guys. This is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is how late to the game I am with this product. I actually don't think that I've ever bought this before, but I picked this up recently in the shade medium brown, which if you have like dark blonde ashy eyebrows, I would totally recommend the medium brown shade because it's pretty cool toned. Actually not that dark. So it is what I'm wearing on my brows right now. Honestly, this is so long lasting, it's crazy. Like I said, been wearing this makeup all day and my eyebrows are still super on. The hype is real on this one, guys. But you probably know that because everybody's used this for years except for me. And the last thing I want to mention is this Vital Sassoon Cherry Almond Conditioner. This is a drugstore product. I'm hoping that it's available everywhere in the world. Obviously, I got this at, I think, Shoppers Drug Mart here in Canada. And it is a hair conditioner, and it's one of those like really thick kind of buttery formulas. It makes my hair feel so, oh, it's dripping from the shower water. It is one of the most hydrating formulas that I've ever had. It's like, feels like butter on your hair, but it doesn't leave like a waxy or like silicone-y kind of residue. Like, it just makes my hair feel so, so, so soft. I mean, there is some dimethicone in here, but it's pretty far down on the ingredients list. It's pretty cheap and I like it. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, guys, that is the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video, which will be up very soon. Bye.